the most quiet blow up ever. Oh, he just got off. Oh my goodness. Throwing top water right now at the crack of dawn. I guess that was a trout. It was a pretty nice one. But if you could see that on film, that was like the most quiet blow up I've just about ever had. Usually they sounds like a cannonball hitting the water when these Florida trout commit to it, but that was a very strange blow up. We started off this morning, as you saw, slick calm, beautiful sunrise. We were going for a big one early, working some docks that we caught them on the other day with top water. We had 2 big swings and misses, couldn't connect. So now we moved up the Perdido Bay a little bit. We're a little bit further north. We're trying some deeper grass flats, as it's very, very hot. Water temperature's in the high 80s. So I'm thinking, maybe a little bit deeper grass flat, get off the shallows as the sun comes up. I'm using a Matrix Minnow again. We'll let this one go. Christy's using the X-Shad and the pinfish color. She's catching them too on a little 5/16 screw lock, golden eye screw lock. Let's see if we can put a few in the boat here. So there's that one hooked as soon as it hit the water. As you can see, there's nothing really around this. You can fan cast whenever it's this situation. And the way we find this stuff is I just look on Google Earth all the time, and I'm looking. One of my favorite things to fish out here in Florida is if you can find a grass flat. See, there's a little grass on that Matrix Minnow right there. If you can find a grass flat out in the middle of nowhere, they can be very effective. You definitely do not need to be near the bank all the time. Now, this particular grass flat is relatively deep, so it's really hard for me to see if I'm still on it with my eyes. Nothing's marking it, there's no buoys, so I'm constantly looking at my phone on maps. And I put it in the satellite imagery to see if my boat is still on it. And that's the key, is just to try to stay on that grass flat. There he is. Just like that. Just like that. Not the biggest trout in the world, but we kept plenty the other day that were really nice. So in Louisiana, this would be a beautiful little keeper out here. Throwback though. Let this guy go, but that's how you do it. This fan cast. Oh, bait jumped right there. Try to throw it as far as I can. Typically, get the wind at your back. Help you throw these lures even further. Help you throw these lures even further, because these fish are very smart, and long distance casting can really, really help you out. You don't want to make little short casts, because these fish can hear every little thing on the boat. The water's very clean. These fish are very smart. Oh, come on. Got 6 super sharp treble hooks, and I keep missing them. If this hook just touches my skin, it hooks me. Oh, come on. 3rd time's a charm. Whenever you fish a trout in Florida, very common bycatch is these little ladyfish. Don't be discouraged if you catch a ladyfish, because 8 out of 10 times that means the specks are nearby. These two species, they definitely live together. Here we go. Here we go. A little bit better fish there. About the biggest one of the morning, maybe second biggest. Haven't been catching the biggest ones today, but a lack of quantity is not an issue. This one hooked in his cheek. There we go. That's one good thing about treble hooks, and that's what happens all the time when you're fishing these hard baits. Is these trout, they just come up and like flash at it. They're very, very fast, very quick. They're just trying to kill a bait sometimes. Check it out. And with them trebles, sometimes if he gets a little bit too close, he gets hooked. This one hit as soon as it hit the water like a topwater explosion. It actually hurt him break the surface. I don't know if this is a trout. This is definitely a bigger fish. Yeah, it's a trout. Oh, and I missed it right there, but what you're gonna always find on these big, huge grass flats, this one's the size of multiple football fields, is you might go 20, 30 minutes without a bite, and then you're gonna hit one and you're gonna hit several, just like you just saw just now. You wanna hurry up. Oh, I'll get that one in a second. You always wanna hurry up and get that lure right back out there. They're in very, very tight schools. You wanna try to use some kind of reference point. As you can see, we're out in the middle of nowhere, to tell you where your boat's triangulated. And try to stay in there and pull out as many out that school as you can. Be real quiet. You're gonna catch them bam, 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 and then go on a lull, because you're just gonna lose that little tight school. You don't get them acres and acres of schools like you do in Louisiana. These are very tight-knit schools around here in Florida. Nice pretty trout. Plenty of them out here. Plenty. In the cheek again. These are mostly little male trout. Florida's definitely known for the bigger ones. Oops. I love fishing the bigger ones. We're in the dead of the summer though. The best time of year to throw these hard baits for the real big ones I find is like April, May. So as I get into the dead of the summer, I've caught some real big ones this time of year, but I'm perfectly happy with some, just playing catch and release with the male trout out here, the little smaller ones. Yeah. Oh, that was him right there. When you find that school in these flats, it can be every cast. It's exciting and fun. There he is. As you see right there, it's a decent fish. Go ahead, shake it. Shake the head in, baby. That's a largemouth. Look how yellow these fish are. We're not really fishing the typical really green, crystal clear water right now. We're a little bit further north in the bay, so this water's got a little root beer tint to it. Look how beautiful. Look how many spots are on these fish out here in Florida. This dude hit it right under the boat. Is that a white trout? Look at that. White trout on a jerk bait. That's kind of rare. They typically more of a bottom feeder. Switch to the green one, the marsh cricket. Was using the more clear one all morning. We call that one a night bear. Love them both. Just mixing it up. Twitch, pause. Got him. Hey, come on, get in. Catch up to him. Got a little rascal this time. Another whitey. Look at this. Went from Specks to white trout now. Got it all out here. got it all. Good one to end this episode on. That's exactly what we've been catching out here. Florida school trout. Pretty fun morning. Had our opportunities at some big ones at daylight. As the sun came up, we came on some deeper grass flats. More of a little bit north of Perdido Bay. Caught plenty trout. Caught plenty white trout. Lots of action. This is about as good an action as you're gonna see out here. And we probably caught 20, 30 fish. Make sure to subscribe to the monthly bait box. You know, every time we come down here to Florida, we fish multiple days, and there's gonna be that one bait that seems to be the most effective. Sometimes they come down here, it's topwater. Sometimes it's just the regular old Matrix. Sometimes it's the rip shad, sometimes it's our Matrix fluke. But this trip, for certain, both fishing trips we made, the Matrix Minnow was by far the most effective bait. And this is probably one of my first time catching white trout on it. We caught specks and white trout. What we got here? White trout this time. But make sure to subscribe to the bait box, because we're gonna be giving out some Matrix minnows in it. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and get some pliers to this one here. We got plenty of episodes fishing in Florida. Hope you enjoyed this one. Catching school trout. Until next time, good fishing.